Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to episode 20 of the It's Obvious Gaming podcast. I, of course, am your host, Preston Pugh, and I am joined by my two best friends, Garrett Drake.
That's me.
How you doing? Oh, and Jacob Alka.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey, guys.
It's good to see you,
I thought you were
Jacob.
going to forget me there. You took a long pause.
Jacob, you got some crumbs in your eyebrow. Let me get that.
Thank you.
You've been like rubbing your face against some drywall or something?
Yeah,
And maybe it's
like
just the reflection of the lamp. It could be just the reflection.
Thank you for prettying me up.
Yeah, of course.
For the
I can get like an eyebrow comb and comb your eyebrows.
Is it biscuit crumbs from work?
It could be. I mean, I took a shower, but
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't get
Those
it.
biscuit crumbs are hard to get out.
Dude, I wonder, I'm sure there's someone out there with bushy enough eyebrows that they use an eyebrow comb.
Yeah, I mean, I have before. I have very thick eyebrows, so
I would use an eyebrow comb
sometimes
if I
I
had one.
trim them.
Do you have a beard comb, correct?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
It's like a little tiny, like, black. It's like this tall. And it's like, imagine any other comb you ever used, but it's tiny and black like that.
Okay.
You're just like,
let's get into this. Have you guys gone in depth in terms of like reading up on beard maintenance? In
Yes.
terms of oils?
Yes, I
in
have.
terms of frou-frou gels and such?
Not particularly, no.
that foo-foo lame shit.
That's lame shit.
Have you guys thought of maybe purchasing such products or something?
Dude, Casey and me have been talking about the beard oil thing for, I'm not even kidding, since like the week we started dating, which is well
That's
over
because
a year
she's
ago.
obsessed with beards, though.
She kind of is, but I was the one that first brought it up. I was like, have you heard about this crazy new thing called beard oil or something? She's like,
Crazy new thing.
Yeah,
It's
no,
this
I'm
new
just
hip
kidding.
thing, Casey.
This new hip thing that all these cool guys are doing, but all the cool boys are doing this with their beards. I told her, I was like, I just heard about it. It's supposed to like help you groom your beard better and like just keep it in good condition, blah, blah, blah. She's like, well, we should get you some. I'm like, yeah. And like every time we like pass in a mall, like a shaving store or like just anywhere where there's cosmetic things and like a Walmart or something, she's like, we should get you some beard oil tonight. I'm like, yeah. And we never do.
So
So
I
I've
don't know
yet
if
to
our
put it on
beards
my
are
face.
long enough yet.
Mine's
to,
been
like,
long enough a
really-
couple times to do that, but as soon as
Okay.
it gets to that point, I trim it down again.
I have a
Well,
question. How long
what's
have you
that?
been growing your beard, Preston?
I cut it all the time.
Oh,
I maintain it at a 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I shaved mine completely off like a few weeks ago, and I'm getting it back. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking fresh.
Yeah. I kind of like a little, I don't know. When my beard gets too out of control, I just feel like
yeah, I don't like it long. Like,
nasty
when it gets
kind
long, I
of.
can like spread out and I look like a monster.
I know what you
Yeah.
mean. I know what you
Yeah.
mean. That's why I
I'm
have
not a big
that's
fan
what I
of
have the
that.
comb for, because
Yeah.
that's how you contain
I
it.
actually just bought a pair of clippers so I can kind of maintain my length now.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've seen pictures of people using the beard oil though, like
Mhm.
before and afters, and I honestly can't tell.
Me neither.
So
I think
don't
that's
know
why I
what
haven't
the
gotten
point
it
is.
yet.
Yeah, maybe it's just like
What does it do?
I think it's supposed to just like, it's like conditioner for your hair, but it's for your beard, I think.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm sure it does something
Yeah.
good.
mhm.
Maybe it's like just
Makes you shiny.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of how long we've been growing out our beards, this hair you see currently on my face is the same hair that was on my face over a year ago. I just been trimming it. I haven't completely shaved in
Well,
over
if
a
you want to
year.
get all
It's crazy.
technical, Garrett,
It's
the
a
hair
technically-
it gets longer and you
Yeah.
cut it off, so that's new hair.
That's a new hair.
No, I mean I haven't cut it completely off though.
No, but it's still
But it's
new
still new
hair
hair 'cause your
That's
hair
not the
grows
same
outward.
hair. Yeah,
That's
you
true.
cut it.
And your
That's
new
true.
hair is closest to your skin.
You're
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah,
You've
it's
not
been
shaved
it's
for a
been
while.
continuous growth, just contained several times
Yeah.
over
no,
the
I hear
past
you.
year.
I can't remember the last time I didn't have a beard.
Me neither.
I feel like
Actually,
I
I
would
can. It
look
was
really weird.
24 hours a
The
year
thing
ago.
I like about beards, I don't. Did I not get it? What just happened?
No, nothing.
Just
You're
how
good.
he said it.
Okay. The thing that I like about beards is that it shows the definition in your face. Like, let me explain. When I don't have a beard and I look at myself in a mirror, I just look like a straight blob from like my face
I feel like
down
it kind
into
of
my
hides your
neck.
definition, though. Like if you have enough hair on your
Well,
face.
think about it. If I cut my neck up to my
you bleed.
chin, it looks like, it makes my chin look more like straight.
Mhm.
So it looks more like divine, more slender, more masculine,
I see.
as opposed to just it being just like a blob just going straight down.
Imagine if human beings didn't have chins. It's just like your face connected to your neck.
No, that's what I feel like I look like with no beard. So I pretty much have to have one. So,
I feel you.
yeah.
I don't even know why I have a beard. Like sometimes I feel like shaving completely because I just look around and like every man on earth has a beard right now, and I just feel like I guarantee you, like especially guys in high school, like this has never been my mindset, but I guarantee you, like half the dudes that have beards saw like a girl share an article on Facebook that was like, men with beards are like the new thing and women love them so
top
much.
15 reasons why you need to snag a boy with a beard.
Yeah, and then like a guy was like, shit, I gotta like grow out my facial hair, and like that's why everyone has a beard now, and I feel like I'm just falling into that trend, and I'm like, I just need to shave my face.
Beards make men more handsome, I think.
Yeah,
because like I don't know, just like a little bit of like a stubble here and there just makes you look like a warrior almost. So
like the American working man.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
What were you saying?
The reason I have a beard now is because for the longest time I wasn't allowed to have one because of work. So.
No, because your mom said you couldn't have one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, in all seriousness, like I'm like, this is like the first few beards that I've ever had. So
right, well, you're looking great.
Yeah,
pulling it off just fine. How do you guys feel about mustaches?
I mean, just by themselves,
they can either look really good or really creepy.
It definitely depends on the person. I mean, as of right now, I think they're kind of way out of style.
I feel like they're like intentionally supposed to look stupid, but therefore looking good. You know how like some guys will intentionally dress like dorky, but it actually looks
stylish.
Like exactly. I feel like that's kind of what mustaches have turned into,
right?
In the terms of like rolling them out.
It's kind of like
that's just goofy.
It's kind of like everyone's in on the joke now. It's like, oh, it's a mustache, but you can like get away with it because it's kind of like a joke now.
Yeah.
I remember when we lived in the apartment, you were shaving one time and posted a picture on Instagram of you and a mustache. You looked like a legit Frenchman.
Oh, I know which picture you're talking about. Yeah.
You should have been holding like a baguette or something, and
or a crepe.
Yeah,
it's not just Frenchmen that had nice mustaches. What about Adolf Hitler?
That's the most famous mustache of all.
Yeah, you're right.
He could have started the trend. How
did he come up? I need to look into that because I've always thought about that, but I've never just sat down and Googled it. Like, how did he come up with that mustache?
Maybe it was an
he's
accident.
the only
I think the more important question is, what was he smoking when he made that mustache design?
Jacob, nobody smoked anything in the 40s.
Or did they?
They probably had a lot of sauerkraut.
Yeah. Okay.
You could smoke that.
What's going on?
Yeah, who knows where that style came from? But what were we talking about for real though?
Beards.
Okay.
Yeah. We haven't talked about anything.
Who has the best beard in video games?
Best beard in video games?
Yeah, just a quick like 30-second spin off here. Garrett has a great beard in Witcher 3.
Yeah, you can change it.
And it grows too, which gives it points for lifelike.
Yeah, who has
That's a point in my book.
Who else has a beard that's a main character in a game?
Joel has a beard.
Yeah, Joel's got a good beard. Can't think of anyone else.
Marcus Phoenix has a soul patch.
Yeah, he looks like a surfer bro.
Yeah,
and his do-rag.
I literally can't think of a single beard in a video game.
Doesn't Kratos have like a goatee?
I think so. He has like a tiny
chin
strip
patch
or something.
Yeah, something like that. Zeus
on his white skin.
Zeus in God of War has a big old beard.
Yeah.
Because he's Zeus.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like Zeus without a beard.
All right, well, let's get into the logistics of I think we should probably clarify if anything goes wrong in the next couple of weeks what we're doing.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Preston?
Well, me and Garrett got a new job, which is pretty cool, and we're going to be traveling a ton.
Yes, we are.
And by a ton, I mean every single week.
Literally.
Yeah. So I guess the only thing that could really go wrong is if we're like, I don't know, on some desert island and the internet sucks.
Yeah, and we can't upload the videos.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to upload them. It just won't be very fast.
Right.
And if not, we'll just have to go find like a Starbucks or something and go upload them.
Yeah.
But it probably won't, knock on wood.
We're not going to see any changes.
Yeah,
for the most
that's
part.
hopefully. But if there are changes, that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, should be just fine.
Exciting news.
Absolutely. Yeah. One downside could be we probably can't get up, some Let's Plays the day that some games are released.
Right.
They'll come eventually, though.
Yeah.
Probably the following week. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about it in terms of what's going on with us. But I actually wanted to. You went to like Orlando last week, right?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we only had a podcast last week, and which we apologize for, but we got it out nonetheless. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and my girlfriend went to Orlando for a week, and we did 6 amusement parks in 5 days. We did all of the Disney parks, Universal Studios, and Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida.
Sounds like a dream vacation.
It seriously was. It was incredible. We stayed in a hotel where we had this like insane view of this giant lake behind it, and then out front you could see like practically the entire city of Orlando, and every night from our balcony you could see the Disney fireworks, which is cool.
That's cool.
And I think day one we went to Islands of Adventure, and it was awesome. Had some butterbeer at Harry Potter World.
That's a must.
Wasn't really anything else new at Islands of Adventure. But day one we went there. Day two we went to at Disney. We went to Animal Kingdom and Epcot, and that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
In
Did you
one
go to all
day?
the countries in Epcot?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we just like walked around most of them and ate at a Mexican place.
Did I tell you about my Epcot adventure, Jacob, ever?
I don't think so.
Oh, this will be really quick. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Garrett. I like back in the day, like middle school days, I couldn't take a poop in public, and like it really like it messed up my life. Like it really messed. I was in situations to where I was miserable due to it.
Yeah.
And it was the 100th.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. But it was the 100th year birthday, whatever, for Walt Disney, and the fireworks were going on, and I'd been holding in this poop for like 5 days there, and it finally hit me at the time that the fireworks were going off, and we had to go back to the hotel for me to take like a dump.
In the middle of the fireworks.
Yeah. So my family never lets me live that down.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, pooping in a men's restroom publicly can be a humiliating thing.
Absolutely.
Like, let me tell you a couple of funny stories here, so you guys kind of puts this into perspective for people that don't understand this. For example, our buddy Ridge Miracle has never had fear of pooping anywhere. I've literally watched Ridge climb into a tree like 25 feet high above a river and dump into the river from the tree. I've literally watched him do that.
Superpower.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's fascinating, but I mean, whenever I was a kid and I like had a terrible stomachache and knew I had to take a dump at school, I just would refuse. I was like, I'm just gonna have to sit through this pain for the next 7.5 hours till I get home. I was like,
Or
I cannot
call
handle
your
this.
mom and be like,
Yeah.
you have to come get me right now.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure there's at least once or twice in my entire like elementary and middle school career that probably happened. But one time in high school, for example, I mean, these are just one of the many reasons why I had trouble pooping in public restrooms for a long time too. I went into a bathroom that was very old in the high school we went to. Have I ever told you this story? Do you remember where the library was at North, and there's that bathroom?
That tiny little bathroom?
Yes, that one.
That bathroom was nasty.
Yeah, not only was it nasty, but it was very old, and it looked like it was from like the 1800s. And one time I went in there, and these bathroom stalls were very, very small. Like they were so short that they like came up to my shoulder. Like if I stood up in them, you would see like almost my entire upper body. So I walked in there one day, and right when I walk in, I just see these two big kids. We were probably sophomores at the time.
I remember the story.
Yeah, these two big kids, just like really tall, just were like looking down into like the stall, and I didn't know what they were doing. And then I like at this point I didn't even want to pee in there. I didn't know what was happening, so I just like went to wash my hands for a second, and then I realized there was a kid, like a freshman, sitting on the toilet. And he was just like, "Go away!" he's like, "Leave me alone." And it'd be one thing if they were like, "Oh," like laughing at him. They just like were silent, just looking at him, smiling, just. And he's like, "Go away," and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" They're just staring at him. I was like, "That is awful."
What kind of fucked up high school did we go to?
I know. I'll never forget that. And I just walked out, and I was like, "That's one of the reasons why I don't." And here's another reason. This guy probably has the same fear I do. One time I was at a Braves game with my dad. And maybe it was a Hawks game, I can't remember. But we went into a bathroom, and there's a stall I had to go into. I don't know. I think it's all the urinals were taken, so I was just going to like run into a stall really quick, and the place was slammed. Well, I don't know why I wasn't thinking like at all. I was like brain dead. But I went to push on the stall door, and like every time I pushed on it, it would like push back. So I thought it was like latched onto something. And I was like, what in the world? And I just kept shoving it as hard as I could. And it just, something was holding it back. And I'm not even kidding. I'm not even saying this to be funny. I literally kicked it as hard as I could. And it slammed against the wall. And there's a guy like on the toilet fumbling to shut the bathroom door. And he like shoved it really quick. And I was like, and like it was
Why didn't he say anything?
I don't know. He was just like freaking out. He was probably terrified. Someone was trying to attack him while he's on the toilet.
It's like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, and like as soon as I saw him, he probably saw me like right before the door shut. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but like it was so loud that I'm having to scream. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were in there. He's probably like, just like leave me alone.
Oh my god.
But the only other one I'll say is when we were in Brazil, when I was on a mission trip in Brazil, I had to go to the bathroom. This like pizza place was one of our last nights there, and So I walk into the bathroom, same thing, not even thinking about it. I kick the door open. I'm thinking like the fattest, hairiest man you've ever seen in your life. Brazilian man, pants completely down, just taking a dump in this Brazilian bathroom. And I didn't know how to say sorry. I only knew how to say thank you. And I think it was obrigado is how you say it. I could be wrong. If we have any Brazilians, you can correct me in the comments. But I only knew how to say thank you, and I'm pretty sure it was like obrigado or something. So I just like backed out of the bathroom, like yelling like obrigado, obrigado. So I was basically like thank you, thank you, thank you, and I like left.
Thank you.
It was hilarious, but people like that probably share the same fear that we did as children. But
I think more so for me, it's not that it's humiliating, releasing your bowels in the public restroom. It's more like that it's just disgusting.
Oh, it is gross. I had to do it in the middle of Disney World while we were there.
Like, because people like have no courtesy for public restrooms. They just like piss everywhere.
Yeah,
they don't
like
lift the seats
paper
up or
towels
anything.
all over the
It's
floor.
like shit on the floor.
My like, I don't know what the muscle is, like your ass muscle, but like it refuses to like relax or open when
It
there
always
are like
seems bad.
people
Yeah.
talking and stuff. It's like when I can be sitting down just taking a dump. Like I'll be in like mid dump, and somebody will open the door and it'll just go like right back up because my body refuses. Like I hear one noise and it just like stops everything. So
Have you been to Georgia Tech Stadium? Either of
Yes,
you?
yes.
You
I
know the
haven't.
bathrooms there, like there's no like stalls or anything. It's just like a long like white.
Oh, I know what you're
thing,
talking about.
and, like everyone pees like with everyone.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's
I've
like a
seen
big
those
barrel.
before.
Yeah.
Imagine if like that's what like the
That's just-
dumping center was
that's just
like.
weird.
Everybody just
That
like
is weird.
thigh to thigh taking a massive dump.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not down for that.
sounds hot.
Well, this is a great topic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I was saying, I was at Disney World, and this was like day 4, because day 3 we went to Universal, and we rode the new Transformers ride, which was like kind of like Spider-Man at Islands of Adventure, but it was not only, it was 3D and it was in a moving car, but it was like literally like being in a Transformers movie. It was awesome. But that was fun, and then we went to Diagon Alley, which is new, and we rode the new Escape from Gringotts ride, which is
Diagonally.
incredible. Diagon Alley. But anyway, day 4 we were at Hollywood Studios at Disney.
The
and,
best place ever.
Yes. Actually, it's not my favorite, but
my
it's
favorite.
fantastic. We were waiting in line for Rock and Roller Coaster, and I got the confirmation that I got hired for our new job. And you and me were like, "Oh, cool, cool, cool!" And then, like halfway waiting in line, I was like, "I have to dump my brains out." So we rode Rock and Roller Coaster. As soon as I got off, I'm like, "Casey, I'm sorry." I was like, "I have to go to the bathroom." And like internally, I was like, "I'm gonna hate every moment of this," but I was like, we just started our day. Our hotel's like 30 minutes away. I was like, we have no choice but to like, I just have to go. I have to just suck it up and go in there. I went in there. Just imagine like at Disney in the summer, it's like just you're so many people
it's a
there. You're like
nightmare.
shoulder to shoulder with people like all day. And it's just like a flood of men and their children. And I just, fortunately, the very last stall was empty. So I like Assassin's Creed my way to the bathroom to get back in there, sit down in the toilet, and I just like had to mentally be like, this sucks and it's hilarious, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. So I just like tried to distract myself on my phone, and there's like people screaming and yelling and kids laughing, and there'd be like a kid coming like smack on my door. He'd be like, "Daddy, how about this one?" He'd be like, "No, son, someone's in there," and I just feel like smiling to myself, and like kids laughing and screaming, and just like it was so loud in there. And thank the Lord I had my business taken care of.
Was
but
it like damp and moist in
Oh,
there
of course
too?
it was.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to like wipe off the seat like 8 times, and then like take the strips of toilet paper and like make a custom seat on it and everything.
That's the worst part,
It
right
was disgusting,
there, man.
and your feet touch the ground. It's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was humiliating to say the least.
Can we
but
both agree that Hollywood Studios has the best 2 rides?
Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
I like Rock and Roller Coaster is probably my favorite Disney ride.
I'd say
Yeah.
number 3 would be Expedition Everest in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
That's a good one as
so you're
well.
all about the more intense rides.
Yes.
As far as like
Especially
the intense
Rock and
rides
Roller
go,
Coaster.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Some of the classics I love are Splash Mountain and Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom.
Those are
Space
those are
Mountain.
great.
Water rides can go F themselves.
You don't
You want to
being
hear
wet.
something crazy
They're a
about
waste
water
of
rides?
space.
Me and Casey got so wet on 2 water rides. I swear, Preston, you would have thought we jumped into a pool and like stayed underwater for 5 minutes and come up. That's how wet we got.
Let me see if I can
That
guess the 2
disgusts me.
rides. Was it
This is
Splash Mountain?
This is not at Disney.
Oh, it wasn't.
It was
Okay.
it was a island. No, this is
Are
at
there more
Universal.
than 2 water rides at Disney?
Yeah.
Which one?
There's Splash
And
Mountain.
there's 2 big ones.
There's one in Animal
The
Kingdom.
Cali-
It's like a big raft
Cali River
thing.
Rapids.
I think that's in Animal
Okay.
Kingdom. Yeah,
All right, what were you talking about?
Sorry, continue.
it's the one. It's like it's not Looney Tunes. It's whatever it is. It's
This at 6. We're talking about Six Flags now, right?
no. This is Islands of Adventure in Florida.
Okay.
Six
Oh,
Flags.
okay.
It's just a fun boat ride.
He
and
said
it's,
Looney Tunes.
it's like we knew we were
Fair
going to get wet, but we didn't realize it wasn't Looney Tunes. I said it's something like Looney Tunes. I
Okay.
can't remember what it was.
Muppets.
But,
Muppets.
I mean, it even says like you're going to get wet. We're like, yeah, we'll probably get a little bit wet. We literally like head to toe completely soaked. They have these things called people dryers. You can pay $5 to get in. It's like getting in a giant hair dryer and it blows you off. Didn't work. It was a waste
Was
of
that
money.
you go like Super Saiyan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And same, and the Popeye ride, that's like a family raft ride, was super fun. But again, we like had basically jumped into a pool and we were miserable the rest of the day. It was
That's
awful.
why the water rides are just awful.
I know. I would
it's
ride
just
them at the
like-
very end of a day if we're going right back to wherever we're staying. But at the beginning, no way, never again.
Soggy underwear
And
and
socks.
socks
Yeah.
is just that's hell. That's
Yeah.
right there.
Do you
Hell
feel
on
the same
earth.
way just about water parks, though?
I hate water parks.
What?
That's a whole nother topic, man.
Water parks are fantastic.
Any
Dude.
place where people that shouldn't be wearing bathing suits walking around barefoot that just makes
You
me
should
wanna
be, though. You're at a
throw
water
up.
park.
I don't like feet, man. People walking around and touching things with their toes. It's
Believe me, I
disgusting.
know how
I don't
you
like
feel.
feet either, but I'm not like that severe.
I know
Can't
how
do
you
it.
feel, but I've been wanting to go back to Six Flags Whitewater for
Yeah.
so long.
I just want to go to
I love
Six
that.
Flags.
Hopefully, we'll
So
be going in
much-
August.
Yeah, hopefully. Just
I'm going.
Whitewater, I don't care at all. Somebody could be like, you have seasons pass for the rest of your life at Whitewater, and I'd like be trying to figure out a way to like sell it
Yeah.
to somebody.
Remember when our
Me and
moms would
Zach
drag
are
us
going
there
for
every
sure.
year,
Yeah.
like 5 times a
I
summer?
didn't even like it then either. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just me, and I don't like the beach, and that's another thing. I don't like sand. Sand makes me chafe, and like. I
You also
know.
don't like the pool, do you?
I can stand the pool. I just don't like swimming.
So I
It's
remember when we
just
lived
like-
together. Whenever we went to the pool, you just didn't want to go for whatever
No,
reason.
I just don't like. I don't know. I'm not like an outdoorsy guy, as you
Yeah.
can tell, as I'm probably like glistening off this light already.
He was
but
a
vampire.
I just don't like. I'm not into the. I mean, I'm not against like going outside and stuff because I work out. I've worked outside. I don't mind going outside and playing basketball, etc. But like just anything that involves like water or sand, I just am not hyped for. I don't like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, just don't.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trip to Orlando was fun.
Yeah, and we're
And,
going back next week.
Yeah, we are. That's
Yeah.
kind of the thing that has to do with video games. If you guys have made it this far into the podcast, how long has it been? I have no idea how
It's
long
been a
we've
while.
been talking.
It's
It's been like
time.
20 minutes.
At least.
Okay.
If you guys have made it this far, the whole point of everything we're kind of leading up to is that the fact that me and Preston got this job where we're traveling every week gives us an excuse to actually play handheld games for once, which
Yeah.
is something we mentioned on the podcast before. Like me personally, I was like, I don't play handheld games because whenever I'm at home, I'm playing my Xbox or my PS4, and I was like, so I don't really know when I'd have time for a handheld. And I was like, if I ever had a job that required me to travel a lot, I'd get a PS Vita,
Yeah.
DS, blah blah blah. Turns out we're gonna be traveling a lot, so
Yeah.
definitely getting a Vita sometime soon. Really looking
Yeah.
forward to playing Persona 4, probably some Freedom Wars, all that good stuff. I can finally finish Ocarina of Time on your DS.
Yeah.
Hopefully my save is still on there.
Yeah.
That would be
It
nice.
should be for sure. I
Okay.
haven't touched anything.
Yeah, hopefully. But
yeah, I'm that was like, which is pretty funny. Like on top of like pay and traveling and like all the cool stuff that comes with like a new job and stuff. The first thing that went to my head was like, I can finally play my Vita. Like I
Yeah.
can finally go somewhere and play this thing that I've bought. All these games that I've like accumulated and stuff that I haven't played yet. And I'm excited to like actually go through and play them.
yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I have a question. Does your
What's up?
PS4 have to be turned on to play your PS4 games on your Vita?
It has to be in at least standby, and you have to be in a Wi-Fi area,
Okay.
connected to Wi-Fi. That's
Yeah.
how you can, activate it and stuff
Mhm.
like that for the remote play.
Yeah.
It's still very cool.
It is cool, but like it's optimal to
If
like
you have to be in
do
another
it.
room.
Yeah, I mean, I've played it. I played Plants vs Zombies on my Vita from here at my house,
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
and it ran fine. So I
That's
mean, it
awesome.
all depends on the internet connection.
Yeah.
But I kind of, since we're what I kind of wanted to talk about, in regards to the handheld stuff is where is handheld gaming like going? You think that we're kind of running, towards the end of it, because phones are becoming so, dominant in this field? Like, you think we're going to see another PlayStation Vita, or I'm sure Nintendo might do something else, but they're already signing deals with DNA to do smartphone stuff as well. So,
Right.
I think Sony's going to stop after this one.
Yeah.
And I think Nintendo will keep on just because it's Nintendo and they make great handheld games.
Yeah.
And plus they have Pokemon. Like that alone will sell a handheld.
True. You think that they might, start transitioning into like the smartphone market, like in terms of Pokemon?
Definitely.
I mean, they might put like out
Maybe not. I don't know. Pokemon it might be too complex for a phone.
I think you could really simplify Pokemon for a phone and it'd sell like crazy.
But would that take away from the game if you simplify it?
I mean, if they had a unique
don't-
Pokemon game specifically made for smartphones.
I mean, Pokemon's as simple as you can get in terms of RPG.
Yeah.
It's like baby's first RPG. Like that's about as simple as you can get.
yeah.
So in terms of like, I don't know.
I don't know. I just
Simplify.
don't
I meant like maybe control wise, like getting around easier because I hate D-pad crap on touchscreens.
Yeah, it's terrible.
If we were to get rid of handheld gaming, I'd like there to be like some kind of something you could attach to your smartphone just to have like a movement system. Like I don't like the touch screen movement stuff.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be a better implementation of that.
There needs to be like a universal
Mhm.
type of
Yeah.
controller
Yeah.
that is
at least one
used
for
with everything.
iOS. The other companies too.
Yeah, because there's so many like third-party ones that only work with certain games and stuff. So
Right.
the only way I'd feel like comfortable about that is if all these game developers like settled on like one controller and they all made it, almost like a console.
Yeah.
But I think the handheld market has kind of moved into like these microtransaction free-to-play games and stuff, and that's fine because a lot of people look to handheld gaming to get like a quick fix in terms of gaming. Like, hey, I'm on the bus for like 20 minutes. Let me
Like, pass some
play
time.
Clash of Clans or something like that, and I'm just not into stuff like that. Like even Fallout Shelter came out, and that I should have been all over that because if it has anything to do with Fallout, I'm going to be invested into it, and it was cool like every now and then. But I'm just not too keen on these like games that you just check for like 5 minutes and then you put it away and you're done. I like I like a console experience on my handheld, which is why I love my Vita, because I got the Sly Coopers, I got the God of Wars, I got the Persona, I got Killzone, I got all these games, and it's sad to say, but I think it kind of looks like the market is kind of moving away from that.
Yeah. And it's kind of sad because I feel like I can now get excited for the handheld market, but it's just dying as I get excited for it.
Yeah.
So.
Especially in terms of Vita with AAA, so what I'm looking for, support.
Yeah.
Good games are coming to Vita, and Vita has a ton of good games. And if you just look through the library, it's got PS1 games on it. It's got all the old PSP games. It's got all the third party games in terms of like Uncharted, Killzone, Persona, blah blah blah. So it's got great games every month. With PlayStation Plus, you get free games as well. So I mean it's great. I love it, but I hope that they'll still the indies will still support it with like really good games and not just just almost like game fodder, just like simple touchscreen mini games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, so
it's like phone games aren't really like, I don't know, there's kind of mini games.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't know, it's just kind of dinky.
Well, it's not really
in
made
my
for.
eyes.
I mean, there are like
They're not meant to be like these big vast games. Like
there are
on
though
consoles.
on
Yeah, there
iPhones.
definitely are.
Like I remember there was this one game called Raven something, and it was basically like an Elder Scrolls ripoff on the iPhone, and it was cool. But like we were just talking about, like it's not logical to like try and control a game like that on a freaking touchscreen.
Right.
Like
Heck, they put a Hearthstone on mobile, and that's a computer game.
Yeah, but that's
probably like the best experience in my eyes on mobile.
no,
by
that's good, but that's purely touchscreen operated. Like you're not moving a
Correct,
character,
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not. So I just don't think that we're ever gonna get to a point in terms of like phones where we'll be getting like console quality stuff, because I don't know.
No,
It just
never
seems-
say never.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be like
Maybe
here and there,
like
but-
tablets would do that before a phone would.
yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just interested to see, especially with like the NX coming out and stuff with Nintendo, like because a lot of people are speculating it's like a handheld console hybrid, which I still don't even know how that would work.
Right.
Because I don't know how you're gonna have something, it's
like connected to your TV or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
that's powerful enough to like output graphics, on par with Xbox One and PS4 and stuff. Because
I
they
don't
have
like the
to.
idea though.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the thing is like this is purely speculation. Nobody even knows yet.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't think Nintendo is gonna stray away from putting out hardware for mobile gaming
No, yeah.
just because they signed with DNA.
Yeah.
I just think they're just mobile gaming is huge over in Japan. Like
Yeah.
it's massive. People got their Vitas, 3DSs, phones out like crazy everywhere. Like console gaming is it's big over in Japan, but it's way more about the handheld market. So Nintendo's probably just trying to take advantage of every avenue that people can play their games and stuff.
Right.
Console
over
games
there,
pretty
yeah.
much dead in like the Eastern world, pretty much. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely way
Asia.
more predominant over here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it like shoot it in the head dead over
Yeah,
there, but
I mean,
it's definitely
they're
way
much
bigger
more
over
into
there.
like their mobile and computer.
Yeah,
gaming,
exactly
So
over there. But yeah, I'm excited to play Vita
Yeah, definitely.
and my 2DS.
Of course.
Yeah, can't even get a 3D one.
This is super random, but speaking of that side of the world, when I was in the Philippines on another mission trip one time, we went through a mall in the Philippines, and it was crazy to go through like the slums of the city. We were in Cebu City, and it was one of the islands in the Philippines, and we went through like the poor side of town. It was like literally like shacks people were living in and stuff,
that's
and like
sad.
stray dogs running around on the street and everything. Then we went to this like random mall in like the middle of this like poor city, and it was like this thriving mall, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of people in there. I remember walking past this like game store. It wasn't really a store. It was one of those stores where it was like just lines and lines and lines of computers. And I remember watching a kid playing Skyrim for like 2 minutes when we were like looking for something to do. And there's a kid, this Filipino kid playing Skyrim on a computer
Cool.
in the middle of the Philippines. It was cool to think that like literally on the opposite side of the planet, I play that like on my TV at my house.
Yeah.
And then like on the other side of the world, here's this kid playing the same game on a computer in the middle of this mall. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
So yeah,
Thank you.
fun story from the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Involving video
Thanks for
games.
sharing.
Yeah, it's the least I
thanks.
can do.
All right,
Is that all we really have to say about Handheld?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you, Garrett. I'm really tired.
I'm pretty tired too.
I have one more thing to say about
What's
handhelds. Personally, I think I'd rather have like a 3DS more than a Vita.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just because. Well, mainly it would be because of like Pokemon and Mario Kart and stuff. Just
Okay.
because they have franchises that I've
Yeah.
always wanted to get back into.
Yeah,
that I
I've
haven't been
enjoyed
able to.
mine. My
I'm s-
2DS.
Deep down,
in
I'm
terms
still a
of
big
Mario
Nintendo
Kart.
fan. I just haven't bought their things in a while.
I had Pokemon X and Mario Kart DS, and both were very, very good.
Mhm.
So.
And I'm always like I haven't played a lot of Zelda, but they look like good games.
Oh, that's
so.
freaking awesome! I need to finish Majora's Mask. Still haven't
Yeah.
done that yet. But let's move on to the next topic.
Oh, yes.
Yes.